After this one. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 365. We're reviewing episodes 39 with 42 of Magiranger. And with these episodes, I have 7 left to go for Magiranger. Like, wow. You have that much left? Oh yeah, I knew when I came back to this series that wouldn't take me very long. Oh no. So in these 4 episodes, first we have the Magiranger take on the Gorgon, which she decides to, because I think she suspects that she was going to be next. So Toad, that's a gross one, the time out to be out of turn to cause some confusion up in the surface world. And then, of course, he had sprayed his little pip one of his poison first on the Night in Mare, where they apparently have swapped personalities, and he was also on Red and Pink, which works on them. At one point, they couldn't transform because they're different. They're in different bodies, and that's gonna make a minor plot right here. Though eventually, Night Mare, their little confusion is fixed by Sphinx. Yeah, she fixes it before the end of part 2, and she finds out Gorgon apparently broke some rules, like having somebody help you during your divine punishment thing, and yeah, so you have to do things on her own. Like, also at one point she turns Smokey to stone, because she's Gorgon. Like, she's basically the show's version of Medusa. For mythology. At one point they go like the Shattering Garden, the Shattering things, where like all 4 of the 6 Magiranger get absorbed by her, including Magi Shine. Though eventually they are able to get thanks to Magic Curtain and of course the spell that those 2 casted. So Sphinx actually fixes those 2 by reversing what Toad did to them, and then she leaves. She did it because basically she broke the rules and did what he did. What Toad did. Eventually she's destroyed. And then, Drake is basically the whole thing. He really wanted to go out so badly. And then the very next episode, it's automatically his turn. So, let's go on a freaking rampage. And when I heard his voice, I'm like, man, you sound very familiar. Were you ever in One Piece? And I looked up, yeah. I knew the voice sounded very familiar. It's the Japanese dub actor for Frankie for One Piece. I'm like, wow. And he did a really good job playing Drake. Where, what's his punishment game? He technically doesn't have one. He basically just wants to cause destruction because he's itching for it so badly. He destroys the buildings. There's also a thing in this 2-parter about learning where Hakaru has learned something from Kai. And basically it's find out what he's going to learn from. It's all about surpassing his limits. Just keep trying to basically just try something else. Kind of anyways. All stems from when these box of cakes at this at this bakery run by someone he knew from middle school who is not his crush. Oh, by the way, in the previous 2-parter, his crush did return for episodes 39 and 40, which the first time she's been seen is episode 32. Which, in my opinion, always great to see her. I'm surprised, basically, that excuse me. That apparently she didn't find out that apparently Kai was in the body of Hakaru. By the way, they had no idea about the body swap in that 2-parter until they woke up the very next morning. Where you see Hakaru was her hair is a mess, and morning practice, morning practice, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, she also have this whole thing with she had 50 dates. Yes, seriously. Oh, Yuka. So the next time she was seen in this series, yeah, she will return in the final episode. Yes, and that'll be her penultimate appearance in the entire franchise. They would, in fact, basically, feature her again in Gokaiger, which I'll get at. But yeah, she has one more appearance left to go for her, and then she's done. Oh, and the girl who came in the next episode, I'm sure it probably was going to be her again, but she probably was busy with something else. So but they have this girl, Akane, who appears here for this. Yeah, she appears for this two-parter, and then is never seen again. Yeah, and her actress, you're probably thinking, did she appear in anything besides this? Aside from this two-parter, she never appeared ever in Sentai ever again. It's like, yeah, it was a quick guest star for her and not much else. Which begs the question, what was the purpose of her being here if they can have her do anything? Yeah. And then she appears in the Drake two-parter. So, Seigo, Snowgale wants Seigo, that's Hakuru, to learn a lesson from Kai, and eventually it's all about setting limits, and eventually able to beat Drake thanks to finding his weakness, which actually is behind his neck. The back of his neck is pretty much his weakness. And at this point, with the exception of Yuka, pretty much all of the human allies who do not know about the magic powers, yeah. Urko, who was Mikita's love interest, yeah, after her second appearance, she never appeared in this series ever again. Akane, of course, like I mentioned, only seen here in this two-parter. Tetsuya. Yeah, this was a friend of Hikaru's, and after he only made 2 appearances in the whole series. Yeah, and he never appeared again. It's like, yeah. So, you think, okay, what about Ren? Is she going to return at some point before the finale? Like, is she going to feature in the next episodes? She will not return again until episode 47. Yeah, she's actually absent for a lot of this story arc. She's probably again to the very end. Which you're thinking, really? She's absent for 11 episodes? Actually, like 12. Yeah, the reason why, because she's a recurring character. That's mainly the reason for it. Yeah. And after Drake is killed, oh, by the way, during the course of the battle, during the course of this two-parter, we fought, in episode 4, we had the return of War Knight. First time we've seen him is episode 34. And apparently he's got the soul of Nama in him, so he's kind of tricked to go out. And in the two-part involving Drake, where Varinka is given a fish scale from Dagon, the leader of the Pantheon gods, put it on through his wolf shoulder pads that he's got, and he's probably gonna find him that way. That's gonna lead to the next two-parter. But at this point, we are only 8 episodes into this arc, and of the people we see here, we've already defeated one. We started defeating one of the warrior gods. Actually, the two of them are defeated in the first 4 episodes, and then as soon as Ephraim Cyclops defeated him, we defeated Gorgon, who was one of the wise gods, and then Drake is killed. Yep, and well, like I mentioned, there's only 7 more to go. Yeah, and the next two episodes, well, this will reach the end of War Zard. Yeah, basically. Oh, and Brinken, Darkness Brinken. 42 is actually his final appearance in the series. Yep, yes it is. As for why, I have honestly no idea why. It's just that he's absent. He basically disappears. He's not destroyed, he just disappears. Because it just seems maybe because it relates to Warzar, that's probably the reason for it. But yeah, things gonna heat up over the next few episodes. We'll get to that. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly it. Particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the like button. Next up, another Magiranger episode. Okay. See you. Bye.